Just earlier, the fans on their feet as the national anthem rang out throughout the arena. Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. A quick check out the starting lineups for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Tony Allen.
Allen is arguably the best perimeter defender in the NBA now that Bruce Bowen has retired and is wearing bow ties during his broadcasting career. Allen has incredible energy out there. He hounds his man everywhere he goes, and he's relentless for 48 minutes.
Well, I think, his first team all-defensive honor a season ago was worth every vote. He lives up to that, and he is a lockdown defender. He is so difficult. His suffocating defense is something they should tape and show young players because he's got the active hands like you were talking about. He has everything.
Strange to see that a team that appeared to be in such strong position changed up so much last year, and the Grizzlies did that. They traded away Rudy Gay, and they also changed their offensive scheme to more of a pick-and-roll approach.
Out to the right wing. Prince against Parsons. Lock at 6. Floats one up. Here's Ashik, and the layup is good. Ashik's got the opening basket of the game for the Rockets.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Allen outside. Outside Conley. And the pass to Prince. Memphis moving it around. The jump hook, and it's Randolph getting it to go. There were a lot of questions asked after the Rudy Gay trade last season. Fans wondered if the team was looking to blow it up, even though they were fighting for the 3rd seed at the time. But, Steve, they really rallied.
They did. I thought they showed that they were an excellent team. And, one of the reasons they made that trade was they had a lot of success a couple of years back in the playoffs without Rudy Gay. So they knew that they could play well without him. So they went ahead and pulled the trigger. And it looks like the deal has worked out okay. You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season and playing with 2 of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, people seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
The first one falls. And James Harden, the first ever draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder after the move from Seattle, certainly. To see him go so soon in his NBA career as he was reaching stardom had to be tough for fans, and we know, Clark, certainly for his teammates.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Kevin. And think of all the fans who wore fake beards on their faces, even buildings in OKC with beards adorning them. So Harden wasn't just a great player. His image was almost a mascot for the team as well.
Well, look at Steve, Clark. He's got the fake Harden beard on right now next to us. I mean, geez,
Fear
Steve.
the beard.
And Ashik sends it back. Wow, that's good. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Lynn. Right through the knee for the layup. Conley with it. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. And stolen by Parsons. Harden against Conley. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Lynn. For Memphis, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Conley gets to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. And stolen by Howard. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lynn with the ball.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Lynn against Conley. Here's Randolph. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Dave Yeager. A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and he's going to take a five-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Lynn. Following the basket by Marc Gasol. Lynn missed inside. Conley into the lane. Prince dishes to Conley. Kicks to Gasol. Rebound Ashik. Houston leading by 4. In low to Howard. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
We'll see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Now here is Conley. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Randolph. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Lynn against Conley. Lynn kicks to Howard. Three-pointer. Lynn's shot is off.
I tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
The drive by Allen. Outside Conley. Back to Allen. There's Conley. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Tony Allen.
Houston in the lead. In low to Howard. It's tipped. Gasol with the steal. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Gasol. The 11-footer, and the shot is good. It's all knotted up. Here's Lynn. Pass to Howard. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Conley with it, now guarded by Ashik. Conley, the pass to Gasol. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. And it's 6 points for Marc Gasol. The Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Lynn gets a screen from Howard. Conley against Lynn. Pass to Howard to stop the run. Good on the jump shot. 6 points here for Lynn.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Conley dishes to Gasol. The feed now to Allen. Passes to Prince. Back to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Randolph. Shot is no good. Some solid D here from Ashik. Harden kicks to Lynn, and that is good. Lynn's got 8 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Quincy Pondexter, who checked in for Marc Gasol. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Conley into the lane, and the shot is good. Conley's got his second bucket.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Harden the pass to Lynn. There's the double team with Allen. Stolen by Allen. A nice shot by Pondexter. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Now, here is Harden. Back to Lynn. Harden outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Conley kicks to Allen. Back to Conley. Here's Pondexter. Misses the three. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here. Harden dishes to Smith. Howard with a screen on Conley. Lynn fires. Houston gets it back. Count the bucket. Howard's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
Tell you what, he takes a lot of punishment inside. When Howard gets the ball in deep, defenses are looking to foul him hard because of his difficulties at the free throw line.
And he's a devastating finisher when you let him power it up to throw it down. He's a former dunk contest champ, Steve, so you give him a chance to do that, he'll make you part of his highlight reel.
You know, it's interesting. Zach Randolph had a few off-the-court issues early in his career, especially when he was with the Portland Trailblazers. And the Grizzlies gave up almost nothing to acquire him from the Clippers. But they've got to be glad that they did, because he's developed into an outstanding player and really a good teammate as well. He's become a leader of that club.
And the first one at the line is good. Randolph was asked by someone in the press court, why was he such a great fit in Memphis? He said it's a blue-collar town, and I'm a blue-collar type player. I kind of like that, Clark.
You know, that says it all right there to me, and I would factor in this too, Kevin. His strength and physicality certainly fit with the DNA of that team. Their culture is built on effort and bruising play, and Zach Randolph fits into that nicely.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, when Randolph was younger, guys, he got a bad rap for making bonehead plays on the court, putting up ill-advised threes and committing foolish fouls and so on and so on. But since coming to Memphis, he's been as heady and as smart and as engaged a player as anyone at the 4 spot in the league. He's one of my favorite guys to watch work because he does it with skill, force, and understanding of the game.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Beverly, the pass to Smith.
The lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Bayless, and Garcia with the block. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
16 seconds on the shot clock. 16.
So it's the Grizzlies now. And Bayless kicks to Davis to the left side wing. 5 to shoot. And it's Conley penetrating. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Conley's got 6. You talk about Randolph's understanding of the game. Not the biggest or the most athletic guy, but certainly, Steve, he finds ways to be effective.
You know, Kevin, I was a teammate of his rookie season.
I've forgotten about that.
Yeah, and you could see then he had all kinds of skill and feel for the game. A terrific passer, and just has a way of putting the ball in the basket.
Only played the 1 season at Michigan State.
That's right.
Marion, Indiana, Zach Randolph. Here's Pondexter after the made shot from Beverly. And here is Conley. He's got 6. Oh, trying for it. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Davis has got his first basket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Here is Bayless, guarded by Garcia. Outside Conley. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Conley's got 8 points.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
And now. .112 left in the first quarter of the game. Beverly dishes to Smith. Stolen by Randolph. Pondexter with it. He's against Garcia. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's a 3-point Grizzly lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Randolph. 7 points in the game. Soft touch off the glass. Randolph's got 9.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Aniunas with it. He's guarded by Davis. Shot from 12. Harden's shot is good. He's got 8.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
They grabbed their own miss.
He has no fear, guys. He is more than willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Quincy Pondexter out there with Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Allen. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Bayless in at the 1 spot.
Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24-28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
Prince outside. Outside Prince with his first shot attempt, and he hits the jump shot. Prince has got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you're going to struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Houston. Allen, no good on the free throw.
Guys, the Grizzlies are a bit of a throwback team, and I like their moniker of grit and grind. It really was their identity of toughness and physicality, and I thought that's how they played, and as a result, they had a terrific season.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Howard.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Now Bayless. He dishes it to Allen. Feeds it to Bayless. Back to Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Rockets trail by 5. But, Clark, you mentioned the Grizzlies' old-fashioned style of play. There may be some changes in the offense. The new ownership group has made it a focal point to use the more advanced stats to inform their decision-making analytics.
Well, and what will be interesting, Kevin, is that, in most advanced stats and advanced stat gurus will tell you need three-point shooting. This was a very poor three-point shooting club a season ago. So I would expect them to start going more in that direction, but you can't get away from your identity, which is the low-post game of Gasol and Randolph.
Here's Pondexter, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Here's Gasol, and it's Memphis with another. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Lynn, defended by Bayless. Lynn the pass to Garcia. Howard against Gasol, 6 to shoot. Left side Lynn. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Here is Bayless. Prince kicks to Bayless. Puts up a 3. Cannot hit. Rockets trail by 3. Lynn gets a screen from Usher. Parsons for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, for Jeremy Lin, 2 seasons ago, it was one of the most abrupt ascents into stardom the league has ever seen. For Lin, though, it wasn't all roses. He said, quote, "I saw how fame changed how people looked at me, and I hated it. I went into a shell. But over time, I was able to get a better perspective." He said, quote, "I won't let any of my friends become a fan. They can support me, but they can't treat me differently than they would treat someone else. And guys, now on a new team, Lin might just be happier now that the hoopla has settled a bit."
Well, Doris, that fan passion can cut both ways. Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. And the shot is good.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And Bayless kicks to Allen. Dishes it to Gasol. Fires from 14. And another basket for Memphis.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Rockets trail by 6. Garcia up top, defended by Allen. Here's Ashik. The dish to Lynn. That's good. Lynn's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 10. He kicks to Bayless. The pass to Allen. He feeds it to Bayless. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And out of Arizona, Jared Bayless, a slashing combo guard. His jump shot is a little streaky, but he's really good at attacking off the dribble and drawing fouls.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving him.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Davis is checked in for Memphis. Parsons dishes to Howard. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
And the free throw, no good.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. 10 points and the 1 steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively as well.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Omer Ashe. The Rockets trail. And Bayless stepping into that reserve role in Memphis last season.
It was really a perfect role for him, Kevin. He backed up Mike Conley, but also played alongside Conley as the two guard. Bayless is a combo. He can score, he can handle the ball, make decisions as well, but really found his niche in the league last season.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over and try to tighten things up here.
You know, part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually, is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He was making sure everyone knew exactly what the plan was guarding against Howard. He's given them nothing but problems, and Coach was all over his guys, imploring them to up the aggressiveness and attack him defensively. He also wants to see a lot of bodies down low at the defensive end, saying, quote, if they're going to beat us, let's make them make shots from the outside. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris. Lynn kicks to Monty Eunice. It's Harden with the drive. 6 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Memphis making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. It's stolen by Smith. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Lynn. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Lynn's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. And the Grizzlies should have been just outrageous 64% from the field to this point. Davis gets the screen from Bayless. They set the screen. This one for 3, and that one's good. Bayless has got 8 points.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Smith sets the pick for Lynn. Kicks to Monty Eunice. Back to Lynn. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. The Rockets making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
7 seconds. Checking in for your Rockets, Patrick Beverly.
Here's Beverly. 5 on the clock. A floater, and with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Lynn.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. You got to play hard, guys.
Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Tell you what, you got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in 09, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Monty Eunice. A baseline J. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player. So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players, it's finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Harden missing his last shot. Conley kicks to Prince. Out to the right wing. Bayless the pass to Randall. Knocked away. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. This one for three. Another miss by Harden. Memphis leading by 3. Davis kicks to Bayless. Pass to Prince. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Tayshaun Prince had been a Piston his whole career, guys, and I thought he might end his career there. But last season, he was shipped over to Memphis to replace Rudy Gay, and it's been a hand-in-glove fit because of the blue-collar style of Memphis, and that's kind of how Prince plays, especially at the defensive end.
And that one falls for Prince. And Tayshaun Prince, a low-mistake player offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he doesn't turn it over offensively. He can actually play some point forward because of his ball handling ability. And defensively smart. He doesn't gamble. Just uses those long arms to keep you away from the hoop and challenge your shot.
And both free throws good for Prince.
Well, for the Grizzlies, the 5th best record in the league last season, guys. Defeated the Clippers and the Thunder in the playoffs, but it all came to a crashing in when the Spurs swept them in the conference finals.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 8 and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Well, and back in that series that Clark was talking about against the Spurs, more competitive than it might seem. Steve, you and I were talking about this. 3 of the 4 games were close. In fact, 2 obviously really close, going to overtime.
But I thought the weakness of Memphis was really exposed, Kevin, and that was the outside shooting. San Antonio just guarded the paint. They took Zach Randolph pretty much out of the series, and they begged Memphis to shoot from long range. And when you don't have floor spacing in the playoffs, it makes it awfully tough to score.
And the first one drops.
Well, it certainly had the makings of a great story. Harden versus his old team, the Rockets coming back with a big Game 5 win. If they could get Game 6, they'd be able to force that final 7th game and maybe pull off the upset, but it wasn't meant to be.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Well, going back to the Rockets in the postseason, a lot of people had them picked to get steamrolled. But, Steve, they put up a solid fight and really turned some heads with how they played.
Well, the easy answer was because of the Westbrook injury. That's how Houston was able to really take Oklahoma City deep into that series. But I think there's more to it than that. The Rockets have tremendous offensive firepower. I think they're gaining momentum as a franchise. And heading into this year, I think they're one of the scariest teams in the conference. He has not been on his game, and their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
And Bayless kicks to Conley. Pass to Bayless. Memphis moving it around. 4 on the shot clock. Davis. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. Bayless dishes to Conley. He's looking for Prince and finds him. Nice shot by Randolph.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Good on the shot.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper, and that was the key to that play.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Conley kicks to Prince. Plenty of space. Here's Randolph, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Randolph's got 13.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Lin, and it's blocked by Bayless. And it's Conley penetrating. Lets it go from 14. Moves back up.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Harden. No good. And so we wrap up the first half. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly, but first, the halftime show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Houston. Thanks for joining us. Memphis on top against Houston. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. Zach Randolph really playing effortlessly. He has 13 points, and he's also pulled in 8 rebounds. Tough matchup, but the Rockets are staying afloat. They're really working that ball around, doing a nice job keeping the D off balance. A great performance by Jeremy Lin in the first half. He's piled up 18 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call. Second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Talk about great numbers for Lin. He has 18 points and 3 assists. This game is all about him right now.
He is in full domination mode, guys.
Manning the backcourt, Jeremy Lin along with James Harden. It's Ashik paired up in the front court with Howard. And it's Parsons in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. A nice shot by Gasol.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Lin the pass to Howard. It's rebounded by Memphis. Randolph's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Conley with it, and it's Lin picking him up. That's good from Randolph on the assist by Conley. 15 points for Zach Randolph.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Lin dishes to Harden. Back to Lin. Shot clock at 6. The Grizzlies pull it in. Conley with it. 8 points for him. Allen kicks to Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
The Grizzlies shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And that one misses. And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see 2 players like that coming out of the same family.
He hits the second from the line.
You know Gasol is playing well. He's got 13 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but...
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Conley kicks to Allen. Howard against Gasol. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Howard with the screen on Randolph. Now the feed to Ashik. That is good. Ashik's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And it's Conley penetrating outside for Gasol. Prince outside. Conley against Harden. Conley off the pick from Randolph. Allen passes to Conley. There's the triple. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside, Lynn passes it to Ashik. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Ashik's got 8 points.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Randolph sets a screen for Conley, and it's sent back by Howard. Allen against Land, and the shot is good. And now just a 5-point Memphis lead.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
It's deflected. Allen, that's good. 6 points for him.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fella.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, there are very few players in the NBA who can dominate just with their athleticism, but that's what Dwight Howard does. He's not a really skilled guy in terms of passing and shooting, but when he's healthy, there's no one in the NBA who can match him physically in what he does on the defensive end of the floor.
That's good from Howard. And Steve, you talked about Howard. I think you can make a case pretty easily that he's the most athletic center in league history. Not just now, but overall in the NBA. When you talk about Clark, you know, his combination of size and explosiveness.
The list is short when you talk about guys of his size with his athleticism, so he clearly is in the conversation. You talk about a 38 to 39-inch vertical and the way he's put together and built. I can't think of another center his size who jumped like that.
Memphis leading by 5. Conley kicks to Gasol. Now here's Allen. He's got 6. Feeds to Randolph. Baseline J on the way. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Harden dishes to Lynn. He feeds it to Howard. Shoots from the baseline, and it's good. Howard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Conley off the pick from Gasol. Allen outside. Allen left side. Conley for 3. That's good. Conley's got 11 points.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
And here is Lynn. 18 points for him. Howard with a screen on Conley. Kicks it out to Harden. And it's Houston with another.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys. Well, Grizzlies head coach Dave Yeager is all in on advanced stats, and that was a big reason that he became their head coach, fitting in with a new initiative from ownership in the front office. He knows his marching orders. A team that is among the lowest in three-point field goals will, in his words, look to open the floor, spread the floor, and give their bigs more room to work inside. He said, quote, other teams aren't going to have 9 dudes in the paint when Zach's trying to back down. But guys, they're still going to play inside out. He said, quote, I like three-pointers, but I love layups and free throws.
The doors will make sense. They're tough to handle down, and it opens up things for everyone else.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Conley, the pass to Gasol. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Houston now. They're on an 18-7 run. Lynn kicks to Harden. Back to Lynn. It's rebounded by Pondexter. Memphis leading. Now Conley. 11 points in the game. He dishes it to Gasol. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Gasol's got 7 points for the quarter.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And here's Harden for 3. No good. And it's Memphis the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Conley into the lane. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Randolph can't hit.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Here's Lynn. That's good. Lynn's got 20 points.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but he still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy. Well, in many ways, the Grizzlies aren't like most teams out west. They don't try to overpower you with offense, and they don't have a superstar to lean on for big baskets at the end, but they still know how to get wins in the tough Western Conference.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Conley penetrating, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And when they did last year, Memphis would go 56-26 overall. And Steve, with 34 of those wins courtesy of other teams in the Western Conference.
Well, they didn't seem to play like a lot of the other teams in the West, but it didn't matter. I mean, defense, toughness, rebounding, they were who they were. They established their identity, and that's one of the reasons they became such a tough team in that conference.
Here is Harden. He's got 10. Kept alive. Tries again. Good on that shot. And with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Smith.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Conley dishes to Davis. And the rejection by Smith. Conley's shot is off.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Harden the pass to Montejunas. Back to Harden. And that misses. That would have put him up. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Conley with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Conley's shot is off.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
There's the screen. Here's Garcia. And he's good on the 3-ball. Garcia's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
To the wing on the left. From deep, Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Pondexter kicks to Davis. And that one's good. Davis has got 6. Here's Beverly. Dishes it to Garcia. A three, and that one's good. Garcia's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
From about 19 feet, and Jared Bayless the bucket on the assist by Conley. 12 points for him. Rockets leading by 4. Harden gets a screen from Monteus. Three-pointer, and another 3 for Houston.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. It's their perimeter defense that had him pretty wound up. He told his guys to be conscious of ball movement away from the hoop and be sure to always have their hands up when the shot is taken. He also told them they need a strong presence on the defensive glass. He does not want second chance points to be their downfall. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Parsons dishes to Harden, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, guys, it was a tremendous all-star season for James Harden a year ago. LeBron James declared Harden a superstar. No small praise from probably the best player in the world right now. And I think people are coming around to accepting that Harden really is a superstar player.
And he makes the first. And for Harden, signing a 5-year, $80 million extension with the Rockets last season, the Thunder felt they just couldn't afford to pay him that much with the luxury tax penalties looming ahead.
Well, they already had max players in Westbrook and Durant, so they didn't feel going forward that they could have 3 max guys. So Harden moves on to Houston. Turned out to be an excellent move for the Rockets. He played awfully well last year. Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Randolph kicks to Conley. Randolph with the ball, now guarded by Garcia. They get it back.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Smith the pass to Beverly. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now Bayless. 12 points for him. And Garcia with the block. But they recover it. A nice shot by Pondexter. Pondexter's got 8 points. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Harden dishes to Smith. It's Harden with the drive, and it's blocked by Randolph. They retain possession. Nice shot by Smith. Here's Conley. You know what? Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets lead by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double digit. Houston leading by 11 on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Allen and Prince on the perimeter. Zebo and Marcus All are up front. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
You know, the Rockets turned a lot of heads last season, guys, as they got back into the playoffs after missing out the year before. A big part of that was how they played at home. They were very tough to beat in Houston.
2 shots.
And the Rockets, as you said, Clark, strong at home, and that can be seen in that record of 29-12. Just the kind of home record, Steve, you need to get into the playoffs.
And it was the way the Rockets played that was so impressive, Kevin. They attack the rim, and then they kick out and bomb a ton of threes. And I think that's the kind of attack, the kind of style that can really bring a friendly crowd and bring them to their feet. And I thought the Houston fans got more and more animated as the season went on.
Harden hits them both. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Randolph sets a screen for Allen. Randolph a screen on Harden. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Mike Conley, the number 4 pick back in 2007 out of the Ohio State University. He wasn't an instant star in the NBA, but boy, has he continued to improve year in and year out.
First free throw is good. And Conley has played his entire career with the Memphis Grizzlies, improving alongside the team.
I feel like he's going to be an all-star before too long. He's the franchise's all-time leader in assists, but I think the stability and the faith that the organization has placed in him has helped him mature and helped him develop into where he is right now, which I think is one of the best point guards in the game.
I would agree.
Mike Conley, boy, second in the NBA last season in steals per game, quick feet and quick hands, and a smart defender as well. Make him a pesky guy to deal with at that end of the floor.
Harden kicks to Lin. Back to Harden. Lets it go. Almost, but it rolls out.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Conley with it, and it's Lin picking him up. Allen passes to Randall. Another shot, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Now, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And for Conley offensively, he doesn't try, Steve, I think, to do too much.
No, in some ways he reminds you of like a possession quarterback.
Ah, nice comparison.
He's going to be steady, do the little things, and let the game come to him, but very capable of making a big play when necessary.
Conley off the pick from Randolph. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Conley.
Well done, finishing that one off.
Howard setting the pick for Lin. The dish to Howard. Howard with a screen on Allen. Harden with it. Gasol covering. Rocket 6. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 12. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Conley kicks to Allen. Allen right side. Now the pass to Gasol. Rebound Ashik. Ashik's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lin kicks to Harden. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Howard. Again, the Rockets score.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, you look at the relationship between Dwight Howard and Kobe Bryant, and, you know, from a distance, it just appeared as though they weren't always on the same page, and that's understandable. I mean, 2 guys of that caliber, Kobe Bryant, a multi-time NBA champion, Dwight Howard coming off injury, trying to figure out how to make things work. Kobe always laser focused and serious. Dwight more of a playful type of personality. You could understand why it might have taken them some time to get on the same page.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Back to Harden. In low to Howard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And Steve, going back to that difference in temperament, some teams are more fun-loving while other teams are more intense and more confrontational. Which of the two is more conducive, do you think, to winning?
I think you can win either way, Kevin, but it depends on the personality of your team. As long as everyone respects each other, plays hard, holds one another accountable, you can do that and still have fun at the same time.
Conley sets a screen for Gasol. Back to Conley. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Back to Conley for the three. And again, Memphis no good.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor. They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Gasol. And another miss by Memphis. Rockets leading by 14. Lynn dishes to Harden. Back to Lynn. It's Harden with the drive for three. And he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Lynn. Lynn's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Houston. Conley kicks to Randolph. Shoots a fader. Nice D from Usher. On offense, here are the Rockets. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Lynn the pass to Harden. Launches a three. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. That's now 22 points for James Harden. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And it's sent back by Howard. Lynn against Prince. Lynn kicks to Harden. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you can see his knowledge, his basketball IQ, by the way he operates that pick and roll.
Yeah, he's really got that down. I mean, it doesn't matter who the screener is. Either he can run it with just about anybody on the receiving end.
That one is off.
Memphis has its hands full guarding against Harden.
22 points, and he's hit 6 shots from the charity stripe, contributing to their offense.
Well, the NBA game is all about finding easy points, either layups or free throws. So those points could come in handy here today.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of it.
Outside Gasol. Conley with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Lynn against Conley. They need this one. And it's in off the backboard. Conley's got 12 points in just the second half. Rockets leading by 19. Harden with it. He kicks it to Usher. Pass to Parsons. The feed to Usher. Parsons dishes to Harden. Pass to Howard. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Harden. Misses off the left iron.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
Conley kicks to Allen. Hits Prince on the wing. Back to Allen. Outside Randolph. Passes it to Conley. Here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Howard.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Now, here is Harden. Kicks to Lynn. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Lynn's got 30 points.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Outside Randolph. Shot from free throw range, and the jumper is on the mark. Randolph's got 19 points. Here's Houston now. They're on a 16-6 run. Lynn the pass to Harden. Back to Lynn. Lynn gets a screen from Ushik. This one for three. Another miss by Harden.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Allen kicks to Conley. Outside Randolph. Knocked away. Right side Randolph. It's rebounded by Parsons. Parsons got his third rebound tonight. Feeds it to Lynn. He dishes it to Howard. Harden kicks to Lynn. Back to Harden. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. That's now 26 points for James Harden.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
The time for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
13 seconds.
That's tipped. Out to the right wing. Oship with it. Guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Lynn dishes to Harden. And the shot is long.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
It's Prince on the wing. He feeds it to Randolph. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. That one goes. Count it. Gasol's got 19 points.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Harden outside. Dishes it to Ushik. Randolph grabs the board.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Conley kicks to Randolph. Allen with the screen for Randolph. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
We've seen Randolph playing a good game here. He has 15 rebounds and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
Free throw good, Randolph. And Randolph drops them both. And here is Lynn. There's the dish to Harden. In low to Howard. Stolen by Randolph. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
The alley. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break.
4-4.
He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad
Dallas
shots.
needs to get off a shot.
One other thing.
Fires it up. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
To pull a few
He's just such a smart player. Thompson with a great read, taking it advantage of the lane there.
Now here's Brunson. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with the block. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the shot no good, a bit short.
Just such a smart player. Thompson with a great read, taking advantage of the lane there.
Now here's Brunson. 22 is their biggest lead. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with the block.
Very steady work they can do on the interior, no question.
On the wing, Green. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got his second bucket tonight.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And Wiggins thrive as a secondary option. Seems that is the role he's best fit for. His efficiency soared.
Now here's Doncic over Wiggins, and it's Doncic missing. Two quick rebounding teams. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
That's now 26 points for him. Brunson, the shot good, a bit short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Brunson, no good. The shot no good, a bit short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
The shot no good, a bit short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Bullock, the shot no goes up short.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean,
on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance moments.
Here's Bayless. It's to Curry. Back to Poole. And a great assist by Curry. That one goes in. Curry's got his third assist on the night. Doncic against Curry. It's good. A shot's good from Bayless.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith with it, picked up by Davis. Smith, no good. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Franklin. That's good. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Beverly. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came out with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Jeremy Lin.